Hi there. I am just getting ready for our 3 o'clock Facebook Live. And won't be starting until 3 o'clock. Just making sure we're all set, giving people an opportunity to get in. Hi, Susan. Just in case you can hear me, I'm not sure if you can yet. But in case you can, just saying hello. Let's see if I can open this. Hi, Susan. Just in case you can hear me, I'm not sure if you can yet. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to just turn off the volume here. There we go. Just saying hello. There we go. I'm actually watching the video at the same time. Excellent. Good. There we go. Now I can actually see the video. And I can actually respond to comments and such. So that's a good thing. So it is 3 o'clock, and I'm going to begin. So before we dive into the topics, I just want to show this beautiful angel that I received as a gift last week, who I just love. She's meant to be an ornament, and no, she's sitting on my desk, so she's become one of my companions. So I wanted to share that with you. And anything else? Oh yes, the tea I'm drinking. I'll show you my tea. So the tea is white chocolate peppermint, which is just insane. I'm not sure if this is actually playing. Yeah. I'm not really seeing any movement on my screen, and I need to make sure this is live. I don't know how far behind. Hi, Michelle. Let me tell you, oh my word, it is so good. It is so good. I need to, for whatever reason, I'm not seeing my own live feed, so I'm just going to refresh what I'm doing here without hopefully losing anybody. It shouldn't. Oh, there we go. Now it's catching up. I'm hoping. Good. I need to, for whatever reason, I'm not seeing. Okay, that's better. All right, so let's dive into the full moon energy. I don't know if you're feeling it. I know I certainly am feeling it. I've been feeling it since last night. I've actually been feeling it since last Friday. But it's just kind of increased as each day has gone by. And the reason for that is the huge energy shift that's entering with the full moon. And it's an energy shift that will continue to come in and, like the word that keeps on coming up, so I'll keep on using it, I guess, is propagate between now and the new moon. And the new moon arrives on the 28th. So this energy is this changes everything energy. This energy is a hold up the mirror, because what needs to be seen must be seen. And no one can hide from the light of it, which is a good thing. It's good to be able to see what we might prefer not to see in ourselves, and deal with it. Because if we don't deal with it, then it's just sitting inside us, growing and doing whatever. So I just need to actually find out if I guess I am doing some channeled stuff here too. So just fair warning, if you haven't heard me channel before, my voice does change somewhat. things have changed even just since last week. I had a session earlier today, and I noticed immediately that my voice does not change as much as it has been. The accent that usually comes through is markedly softer. So hopefully you won't have any problem understanding anything I say. And I'm just supposed to flip over the first card right away. I've been so excited to see what these are. Let me just rearrange so we can see. Okay, so we're starting with Mercury from the Keepers of the Light deck. Open communication. And this is cracking me up because here we are having this live feed. Open communication, that's what that is. Am I supposed to read the small text? Yes. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. There's definitely a message with that, so we'll let our guides speak on that. We notice there are many people who do not say what they must say to themselves and also to those they love. We wish for you to understand the time has come that you must say what is in your heart. We wish for you to understand the heart is not the head. The heart is not the ego. We wish for you to understand what you say from your heart will be said with love. Yeah. I'm so appreciating what they're saying, that they're really making clear the difference between speaking from your heart and speaking from your head. And how do we know when we're speaking from our heart as opposed to speaking from our head? How do we know? When we're speaking from our heart, oh gosh. Well, I know when I'm speaking from my heart that I don't get a feeling in the pit of my stomach like I'm doing something wrong or saying something wrong. It feels clean. It feels clear. And, okay, go ahead. There, I want to speak again. We notice when the heart is what is speaking, we notice that there is no anger. We notice there is no judgment. We notice when it is the heart that is speaking, that there is only love. There is only a peace. And so, in this way, what must be said becomes a clear, open communication. Oh, I really love that. So does that make sense to everybody? Does anybody have any questions about that message? I'll wait a second because I know there's at least a second or two delay. Okay, I'll just go into the next card. Not to say that I can't answer questions, as we go along. So if something comes up, please feel free to ask. Oh boy, TikTok. This card is from Wisdom of the Oracle. So, what is the message about TikTok? We notice that although the time has come for great change, we also wish to say there is time for change. We do not wish you to feel that you must change completely overnight. We notice this is not possible. We notice it is not possible to create long-lasting change in the way of overnight. We wish for you to consider what must change, how change must come, and what action will be taken to create change. We do not wish for you to be in suffering. We do not wish for you to be in worry. We wish for you to know the change that comes is a change which will create great joy and great peace and great harmony for all people. Whew, okay. So, again, that seems really clear to me, but then I've been dealing with these messages for a couple of months now about this new energy. So, if there's any questions, please feel free to let me know, and I'll be happy to address them. Otherwise, we'll move on to the next one because I suspect, too, we're just going to get more information. So, okay. I'm not surprised by these cards, but it does entertain me to see them come up poised. What are we poised for? We notice that all of Earth is poised to create a great new Earth. We mean to say that there will be a change of consciousness which will permit people to see how they have been hurting themselves, how they have been hurting Earth, and how they can now begin to heal themselves and to heal Earth. We notice this is the new energy that comes with the full moon today. We notice that there may be some who will be in great discord with the energy, and yet we notice that in this discord will be a deep conversation with the heart. Yeah, I like that too. That's the mirror that I mentioned earlier. This energy definitely holds the mirror up. Holds the mirror up and spotlights everybody and everything, which is something we desperately need. So, okay. Whew. Oh, hi there. Hi, Lala. It's so nice to have you here, dearie. I'm glad you could make it. So our next card is Serendipity. And actually, I just heard from our gathered loved ones in spirit, who I don't channel, by the way. I only channel our spirit guides and our angels. But our loved ones in spirit just said synchronicity after I said serendipity. So, which is great. I don't have to explain it now. So, what is it about serendipity? We wish to point out that the number for serendipity is 1/8. We notice in numerology, 1/8 becomes 9. And we notice in 9 there is an ending. And we notice when there is an ending, there is a beginning. We notice the energy for today brings a great ending and brings a great beginning. We wish for you to be noticing what, who, where, when in your life there is need for ending to create a beginning. Wow, yes. Yes, all of this, yes, so much yes. Self-reflection. Self-reflection will be a key component of this energy, and the timing of the energy is just fantastic. Yes, we receive it today. Yes, it begins unpacking after we've received it. And the wonderful thing is, and I say wonderful, I don't normally use the term wonderful when it comes to Mercury retrograde, but I'm using the term wonderful because Mercury retrograde opens on the 18th, so 5 days from now. And Mercury retrograde is all about reflecting, reviewing, releasing, and a host of other words. So anything that really repairing just came up from our loved ones. So it's an opportune time for this energy because Mercury retrograde offers us kind of a double whammy effect of reviewing and then releasing. So again, serendipity, right? It's just terrific timing. On to another Keepers of the Light card, and I'm getting major goosebumps. Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens. Am I supposed to read the fine text? Yes. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. And I just heard from our loved ones. Don't let anyone stop you, and that includes yourself. That includes myself. So, what does the Magdalene have to tell us today? We notice that there are watching now all teachers. We notice these teachers, some are in fact teaching in a conscious way, and others teach only in themselves. And while we note that teaching the self is something to be in acknowledgement of, we see there is a need for others to be taught. And so we say to you, how can you be taking what you know, taking the wisdom which we give to you, and bringing it to those who must be in receiving it? There's nothing passive about the energy coming in. And so it is an energy that I would say is a pushy energy. And pushy in the sense of a best friend who knows we can do something, knows we're ready to do it, and that all we're doing is dragging our heels. And so they give us that little shove that we need to actually do whatever it may be. And that's how this energy is. And that's why Mary Magdalene in this context is so important. Because for those who are gathered here currently, you are already working at a really high level with your light energy, with your soul. And so it's time now to broaden your horizons in the sense of preventing yourself and preventing anyone else from letting you shy away from sharing your wisdom, from sharing your light. You are needed. We are needed. Okay? Lots to think about here. Lots to think about. To the sea. Yes. Voyage, journey, a couple of different things coming up here about this. We notice that this energy invites all to journey down their soul's path. We notice many are on this path. We notice many are aware of the path and yet do not journey on the path. We wish for all to know the energy which comes asks all people to be on the path of their soul. And we notice in this there will be a great shift in awareness, a great shift in understanding, and a great shift in how life on earth will be. Yeah. I actually really see that what they've just said about being aware of our path and yet perhaps not walking our path really aligns with what was just spoken about those people who are highly aware of their own light and their own wisdom and yet don't use it. If you're aware of it and you're not using it as your purpose for being here would have you doing, then you really aren't on your path. It's like you're walking right beside your path. You can see it. You could even reach out and touch it, but you're not walking on it. So why is that? Take a look at what it is that's stopping you from stepping over and onto your path. And also, I just heard the word compassion. And this is also a call to be compassionate of yourself and compassionate of those you may know who are in fact doing that. You know, here's your path. We'll make the amethyst your path. And here's you right next to your path. You're the quartz, okay? So just imagine how it might be to step onto that amethyst. Way better view, right? Up higher. Lots more energy, but combined between the two. The energy of you, the energy of your path. Anything's possible. So, okay. Tearing my whole desk apart here. Anything else about this card? No. All right, on to the next. Unfinished Symphony. Unfinished Symphony. We notice there are many stories people tell themselves. We notice there are many stories people tell themselves which say, I am not enough. I am not worthy. Who am I to be as a lighthouse? Who am I to be a teacher? We say to you, you chose to be a lighthouse. You chose to be a teacher. This is why it must be that you come to know all your purpose and to walk your purpose, to be your purpose. It is time. Wow. So feel free to raise your hand. You don't have to, obviously we can't see you, right? But feel free to raise your hand and take responsibility for if you are a person who sometimes says, but who am I? Who am I to do that? I'm not worthy. And know that that is completely untrue. Completely untrue. You are so worthy. So, that beautiful quote by Marianne Williamson from Return to Love, which I wish I had in front of me right now because I would read it to you, really says a lot and really speaks great truth for all of us about remembering that we are, well, she uses the term that we are all children of God. And the term that our guides would use is we are all sparks of light. We are all light of the light. There's no difference between us and that light which is called God. And to think otherwise is doing ourselves and what we're here to do a disservice. Time to live up to our soul contracts. It is time to live up and in to our soul contracts. We can do this. That's what we agreed to do. Okay? Time to write a new story. I am worthy. I am a teacher. I am a lighthouse. Okay? Saint Germain. Ooh, this is the first time I've actually drawn him from Keepers of the Light. That's exciting. Karma releasing. Oh boy. Am I supposed to read the fine text? No, not this time. Okay, so we're just going to. Oh, I see why. Okay, good. I understand because they're showing me why it's important not to talk about the fine text for this one. Karma releasing is important. We wish for Ellen to share her experience from Friday with you, and then we will discuss what we mean about releasing karma. Okay, so I had said at the beginning of the video that I've been feeling the new energy since Friday, and that's because I got together with a friend on Friday, and we did some energy work on each other, which we tend to do when we get together, and both had extremely interesting, similar and yet different experiences. I can only share mine because that's my story. As I was lying on that table, receiving whatever energy was being channeled through my friend, I actually saw myself lying on a different table, a stone table, and I was actually in my body witnessing my own mummification, if you can even imagine. I was witnessing my own mummification from a lifetime where I lived in Egypt. And so I could see my body, even as I was lying in my body, I could see my body. It was like I, brought my head up to look, and I could see that, my body was open and things were either being removed or put in, but I knew I was being mummified. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm being mummified. I didn't freak out or anything because I felt very removed from it. I was just witnessing. And I know, it was crazy. And at the same time, it was very cool and I was unsurprised by it. And that was the only, really kind of graphic image, and I don't mean graphic in the sense of gross, I just mean graphic in the sense of why I could really identify a very specific something going on, like I was watching a movie. However, it was only a piece of what all happened because the whole experience for the 20 or 25 minutes I was on that table, it felt like I was traveling backward in time, I can only imagine a train, a bullet train. I just heard thank you from our loved ones, a bullet train, and traveling so fast back through time, or down through time, because it was definitely going down. And until it stopped. And it didn't stop at the Egyptian piece. It stopped much further back than that. And I was in a space where I was covered with sand and water, and yet I could breathe comfortably. And it felt very familiar. And I heard, this is the beginning. So I was actually taken back to my first incarnation on Earth, which, wow, what an opportunity. So karma releasing, we note that the energy asks not only to be reviewing and releasing what must be in the present lifetime, it asks this for all lifetimes. We notice with the new energy, there will be no past remaining. That's a concept. Isn't that a concept? But that's what it felt like in discussing it with my friend afterward. She noted as she was working on me that she didn't see anything. All she had the whole time was a stream of words, single words. And at the end of the session with me, she said the last words were past, present, and future. But the thing is, she said it was very strange because like the word past came up, but then it was almost like it was being pushed away, like she wasn't allowed to see it. And then the word present came up and it stayed. And then the word future came up, and again that was kind of pushed away, like she couldn't see it. And so all that was left was present. So I know this is hugely conceptual, and it's really, I don't know how else to describe it, except to say that, well, karma releasing. I mean, I've done a whole lot of work with past lives and karma over this lifetime. And so does it mean that I've released what I need to from my past? And I get a yes on that. As far as my past lives go, I have released all that karma because of the work I have done. And that's what we're all supposed to do. And it is not as impossible as it might seem. We, as humans, tend to make things more difficult than it needs to be, and this is one of those things that we do that with. So please consider that it can be actually really easy, and that's a great way to look at it. It's easy to release my karma. It's easy to release my karma. Something to consider, okay? Hi, Joe. So glad you're here, Jerry. Whew, are we on to the next card? Yes, we are. Wow. Exchanging gifts. This is not about Christmas shopping or Hanukkah shopping. I don't believe this is about tangible gifts at all. So let's find out what exchanging gifts means. We notice, even as we are in presenting this information and wisdom, and you are in receiving this information and wisdom, we are reciprocating. We notice, we feel your energy as you watch this video, and we feel you feel our energy as you watch this video. And in this way, we create a circle, a cycle of healing, a cycle of wisdom, a cycle of understanding, which will serve you as you walk forward from this point in this new energy. Oh, I really like that. I like that so much. Wow. Anything else to say about that? No. Okay, I knew there was going to be another card. I could tell they do this to me. Never-ending story. Okay. Well, whew. Okay, let's see what this one means. We notice the story, which has been never-ending, which asks for people to be in fear, in worry, in doubt, to end. It is time now for this never-ending story to be an ending story. We notice it is now time for a new beginning. And we ask for you to permit the new energy to assist you to start again. We notice that there will be some human challenges with the new energy, and yet we notice these challenges will become great lessons, and these lessons will become great healing. We ask for you to observe, to be compassionate, to be kind, to be gentle. And we notice that there will be a wonderful new way for all people. Whew! Oh, me too, Joe. I'm looking forward to this new energy too. It is definitely entering. And my encouragement is, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm jumping ahead. Is there any other card to draw? No. My encouragement to everybody listening now and anybody who hears this replay is to give yourself the gift of just sitting quietly. Call it meditation if you're okay with that. Call it contemplation if that suits you better. And, 15 or 20 minutes. Took 15 minutes for me today. I was made to stop at one point, and for 15 minutes I sat and just allowed this new energy to really enter. It felt really good, different than anything I've experienced before, yet very good. And assist it. The word allow keeps coming up, and yet I encourage you to assist it. And you can do that so simply by just stopping. Just stopping for 15 or 20 minutes and let it come. Okay? Any questions? I feel like, what's that movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off? Anyone? Bueller? Okay, so I believe that's it then. So from my newest angel friend and my yummy cup of tea, I thank you so much. And any other message? No. And I'll be doing, oh my gosh, New Year energy, Holy Mother. The New Year energy. What about the New Year energy? Because we were supposed to talk about that. We notice the New Year energy starts when there is the Mercury retrograde, and we notice that this will create a less dramatic entry into the new year than is normally experienced. We notice this will assist people to continue to resolve and release and review, and then come January 8th, when Mercury will then choose to go direct, there will be a great excitement. All right. Didn't we start with Mercury? And I didn't even think twice about it. We started with Mercury. You're welcome, Joe. I'm cracking up. It didn't even hit me that Mercury was, well, doesn't it just make sense? Mr. Mercury there. So, anything else about, nope. So thank you again all so much for being here. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. And go ahead. We notice there will be another video before the new year comes, and then we will enjoy seeing you once again come the new year. Okay, so that's that then, dearies. Take really good care. Be good to you. Be gentle with you. Be compassionate with you. And step into your role in this lifetime. You're ready. Okay? All right, lots of love, lots of blessings. A big hug from me to you. And you're welcome, Lala. You're welcome, Joe. And I will talk to you again soon. Thank you, Susan. I'm so glad you could be here today, dearie. Until next time.